TJ Jackson here, my wife Frances Jackson.
Hi, guys.
It is Wednesday, May 12th, 2021, and we are coming back to you with another live Q&A. Sunday was Mother's Day. So again, to all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. I know different parts of the world are about to have their Mother's Day.
And some are different for sure. I know like the Mexican one is in May, but later maybe.
So they're about to have their Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers. Father's Day is in June. But the reason why I'm talking about Father's Day, I heard that it's Father's Day in Germany this Sunday. And this Saturday, we are not going to be able to do a vlog in time. So I want to know, is there any ideas what you guys would want to see from us this Saturday instead of the vlog? Should we do a Who Knows Dad Best since we did the Who Knows Mom Best?
Or do we wait for Father's Day to do that? That's the question.
But if we do our trip, we're going to have so much stuff to share on our trip that I think we're going to...
That's true.
So I'm thinking maybe that's what we should do. But let us know in the comments what you would want to see this Saturday. It will be something live, but I definitely think it should be something with the family, not just Frances and I. With that said, there's one thing I do. Oh, it's tomorrow in Germany. Okay, so there you go. The other thing I want to mention before we get started on the Q&As is our Facebook group, the Family Rules Facebook group. I am so proud of it. Franny is so proud of it. We just hit 1,000 members. And yes, if you haven't joined it yet, make sure to do so. It's on Facebook, only on Facebook. And again, it's a private group where you could talk about family related things, and there is a couple of great posts where someone needed some help or wanted suggestions. And I chimed in and other members chimed in, and it was just a beautiful support system, exactly what we wanted it to be. So again, for anyone out there who wants to be part of this Family Rules Facebook group, make sure you guys go to Facebook and check it out. There's going to be a link in the description in this description box for those of you who rather just click a link. If you're watching the rewatch, not live, there will be a link there. What else do I want to say? Oh, if you are liking these videos, make sure to like them. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit the bell. What does the bell do, Frances? Pop quiz time. What is the bell? We keep saying hit the...
It gives you like an alarm, like a notification.
When we are about to go live.
When there's a vlog.
Premiering. Well done. You have passed the test. I'm proud of you.
A little bit.
You are a wonderful student, my love. Well,
I don't know much
done.
About social media, but I do know that.
Okay, so what else do we want to share? Oh, one more thing I want to share before I go into the questions. I am getting my second vaccination in about 3 hours.
Today, after DDJF.
After the DDJF live, I'm getting vaccination number 2. So if you want to watch the journey of me getting vaccination 1, you can go on the Giving Tree. The card is going to pop up right now for the rewatchers. And yes, click that and you can see I'm a wuss. I don't like shots. And this one's going to be no different.
He's a big time wuss.
But I'm going to get it done and be fully vaccinated and fully prepared to take on the world. Right, Fran?
The world, huh?
Yes. All right, let's get to some questions. Okay, Crystal says, do a Who Knows Dad Best on Father's Day. It would be sweet. All right, so if we do it on Father's Day, that's fine. But what do we do on Saturday? So we'll keep coming back to that answer. Frances, this is from Kim. First question.
Hi, Kim.
Frances and TJ, love you both. We love you too, Miss Kim. Frances, what did the family do for you for Mother's Day?
We just had a chill day. It was great. We went to Mexican restaurant, obviously, because that's my favorite food, and just hung out for the day. And TJ pretty much spoiled me all day.
I did.
So thank you for that.
So you're welcome, honey. I would ask you, how did I spoil you? But I think it's a perfect tease for the vlog. That will be, again, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. So that's a good enough answer. We went to a Mexican restaurant. I spoiled her a bit. And then, yes, you'll find out more of those answers on the vlog. My life, my hurdles, and my survival, aka Bommy, with the super chat says, hi, beautiful people. How y'all doing? Don't play with us about the man bun, TJ. It's our man bun too. Love your favorite merch model. Yes, mommy, I still have the man bun. So
Yes,
I
we
think
do.
you're saying that because when I'm like this, it looks, and I'm looking up, you can't see the man bun, right?
It's there.
It is there. Franny,
I'm with them though. I'm not ready for it to go away yet.
I'm actually cool with it. I just don't want to.
I think this is your easiest hairstyle yet.
It's very easy.
Yeah.
I just feel bad because at night, or when I have it out, I look like an animal, don't I?
You look kind of scary.
You're okay with that?
Yeah, I don't mind that at all.
I feel bad.
You gotta let it be free.
I feel like a untaken care of, just Neanderthal when I have it out. And, as long as Franny's okay, I guess I'm okay. Susan says, hi, TJ and Francis. What would your advice be for me to make Father's Day easier since my child's father is no longer in his life after years of him being in my son's life?
Oh, that's hard, Susan.
Tough question, Susan.
Yeah.
I think, go ahead, Franny. I'll let you answer that first.
No, I think you should, you should go because, well, your situation's different though.
Yes, my situation's different. I think you have to still respect, even though it's hard, Susan. I think it's still important to highlight the fact that he's your child's father. So I would, it depends on your child's age. But if he's a youth, I'd say up until 13-ish. I still think the right move would be to get a card and send it to his dad.
My mom was really good about that because my dad was in and out of our lives. There would be years would go by and we wouldn't hear anything from him, see him, no calls, nothing. And then he would just pop back up and my mom was like, it's like he never left. And she was so good about being positive and never badmouthed my dad, never. And so I really appreciate that she did that because that's not easy to do. I think you always have to rise above negativity and try to do your best to present his father in a loving way to him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's sound advice. It's Father's Day, and I think just a gesture of respecting fatherhood is important. Not only for him as the son of your ex, but also for him when he becomes a father. He needs to respect the role of fatherhood, and even if Susan, his father's not in his life like he should be, I still think it's an opportunity to respect what fatherhood is. So I would do a simple card or even a phone call and leave a message, and maybe just prepare your child for a voicemail. But just say you don't know what's going on, but know that he does love you.
I would leave it up to your son though, if he wants to or not. It should
really, up to what age though, friend?
Because I just feel like you should ask. It should never be forced. It should never be forced. Just or maybe wait for your son to bring it up. I don't really remember my mom bringing up Father's Day to us. I think that is a holiday we really didn't celebrate.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you wish you did? Do you wish you reached out to your father during those times of absence?
I think it's different back then because, he didn't have a phone for sure. So, no, and he moved around so much, we couldn't have, written him letters.
It wasn't really possible.
But I wouldn't have changed anything. No. Okay. I just love the fact that my mom was always positive about it.
Luis chimes in, said, I would ask the child who is not seeing his father to write a letter to his father with his emotions in it, depending on the age.
Depending on the age.
I think this is right. I think you got to get it out, because if you just ignore it, this is my take. You risk it being bottled up and him thinking that it's something he shouldn't discuss or talk about. It being
your fault. Because it's, the child may later say, well, you never told me, or you never had me do this. I honestly believe that keeping it positive is the way to go.
Definitely.
And sometimes kids don't even know the holidays.
Yeah. I personally think keep it positive. That's 100%. No father bashing. And I would just say, do you want to call or leave it? Today's Father's Day. Do you want to call or write it a letter? And read his reaction. If it's hesitant or, an unequivocal unequivocal no, then
Mhm.
maybe leave it alone. But if it's like, okay, yeah, then I would lean into that and support that, even if the father's not as present as he should be.
Yeah.
But Susan, we are wishing you the best, and please let us know how it goes. I would love to hear how this works out. The Weird ask, what's the most important thing you learned from Parents Magazine?
What did you learn?
I learned about presence, being there, not gifts, presence, but as
Presence.
being there.
Yeah.
I always try to attend my kids' functions. I even try to plan my music stuff and my career around their stuff, because you don't get those times back. You don't get those years back. And I don't have the best memory, but I want them to at least remember his parents or her parents being at her functions or his functions. So I think just being there, I think that's something that's very important for all parents. And I think that's something that I probably learned at a young age, being a subscriber to Parents Magazine. And they had some cute baby pictures, and so it just really was cute.
You still have those. It's cute.
Angie with the super chat.
Hi,
Thanks,
Angie.
What is Angie wearing there? Because I really like,
I don't know.
Is it a shirt?
Looks like a flag. No, it's not.
It looks like the American flag, right?
Yeah.
Angie says, any chance on a collab with your Aunt Janet on some music in the future? You guys, by the way, last name is from El Salvador. Love you guys, by the way. Last name is from El Salvador.
Yeah. Okay.
You asked in the last Q&A. Yes, we guessed. What did we guess last time, Francis?
Well, I think we thought it was Spanish.
Okay.
We just didn't know.
Now we know it's from El Salvador. So thank you for that, Angie. And I think I answered this in the last one. Nothing's on the radar. I haven't ever asked Auntie Janet for a collab. She's never asked us for a collab. I don't know. I don't think it's anything that's, if there's a perfect song that either one of us thinks the other would be great for, then I think it would happen. But I don't see that happening, to be honest. I just don't.
We'll see. You never know.
You never know. Lily says, what's the best advice
Lily.
your in-laws gave you? What's the best advice our in-laws gave us, Francis?
You gotta go.
I gotta go?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't think I've really ever had a conversation with my aunt. Okay, Dee Dee, go ahead. Dee Dee's opening up. She knows this is the time we go live, and she still wants to come down right now to
Dolores Jackson.
Oh my God, because
Go on with that.
Does she even have get out of here?
Go, Dee Dee.
Do you have shorts on?
Yes, honey.
What color are they? Black?
She just loves big t-shirts. Okay, take it, baby. Take it up. Go.
Take it upstairs.
Pick a time to do live.
Oh, we pick a time
Oh,
to
my
do
love.
lives, even though this is the time we've been
It's
doing
the
it 6
same
times in a
time.
row. The best advice, I haven't really asked Francis's mother for advice, or I
And I
guess
haven't
sister-in-laws or in-laws, but I'll tell you this, the best thing I've learned from them is to let things just roll off your back, to not stress on things that don't go your way.
CD. Dee Dee, you got to go fast, my love. Come on.
Teenagers.
You know, I
swear.
kicked Joe out before we even started.
Yeah, and that's a good question. Why are you having breakfast at 11:49 p.m.?
I'm doing school.
Okay, so I think just letting things roll off your back and not stressing, not letting things overtake you.
I think Papa T's the same way. Just very laid back. They're both really laid back people.
But I think you've been like that. So what's another thing you could have learned from either my brothers-in-laws or your brother-in-laws or anyone in my family? Anything you've learned?
And yeah, I'm sure
I know, that's a
there
hard
is.
question.
I'm sure there is. You know,
Nothing's ringing off the top of your head.
I mean, I think for as far as your brothers, I think it's more just the positive vibe, the chill vibe that they have. But my family has it too, so kind of like we meshed well.
So it seems like I learned more from her in-laws and she didn't learn so much from my family. Thanks, Franny. All right. Fatma 81 says, hi, TJ and Francis. How can I teach my sensitive 9-year-old daughter how to cope with classmates who have no empathy? I'm also struggling with this as an adult. Your advice is appreciated.
Hi, Fatma.
Hi, Fatma.
That's hard.
Go ahead, Fran.
And the fact that she's 9 it makes it even harder. You know, I say this all the time, and I even tell my girls, like, I just feel like I try to teach my kids, like, don't care about other people's opinions that don't matter. And I think that starts with raising confident, strong girls at a young age. Just to where, like, when I was younger, if someone said something to me, I was just like, I didn't care.
Were you a sensitive kid, though?
I was sensitive, but when it came to my family.
So if your family said things, then it would hurt you.
Oh,
is that what you meant?
If my family said something, yes. Or if they said something about my family, then that was another story.
Because you have a couple of sensitive kids. So what's your advice if one of those sensitive kids felt that?
I really try to just tell them not to care about what these people think about them. I really do, because I feel like, you know, in 2 years, in 2 months, it's probably not even going to matter. But raising a strong, confident kid, it's very important. But you also want to acknowledge those feelings and let her talk about it. That's really important.
And I think it's an opportunity to inform your child what the world is really like. And I don't think you should, you know, teach your kid that there's anything wrong with being sensitive.
No,
I think
not.
Being empathetic and having a big heart and caring about things is an important trait to have, and will, you know, help her out in the future and be an asset for her and her family, provided she finds the right soulmate and the right partner. But I think I'm with Franny on this. I think you got to just use it as an opportunity to tell her that not everyone is going to be as loving as they maybe should be, and to ignore it. The only people that really matter is going to be your family and those who love you. And all you can do is keep being yourself and spreading that positive, sensitive love to the world. And some people are ready to accept it and some people aren't. And many of her classmates may not be ready to accept it. So just keep being her. I would just keep reminding her that there's nothing, you know, that what she has is a beautiful thing, and to hold on to it strong. Now, the only tricky thing is, I think sometimes if we're too sensitive, when you get older, if you find the right partner, it could be a difficult thing to get through. So that's the only caveat. You know, I think of JoJo, our 10-year-old, who's very sensitive. Yeah. And I worry about her as a father. I don't worry as much about any other kids except her, because she gives so much that I worry that she's going to be taken advantage of. So I'm slowly just informing her that, you know, you got to be careful.
I don't think she will, because she really doesn't, like, people have said things to her and have been mean, and she's kind of let it roll off her back. But
I think that the good thing with Joe and Fatma, this would be my advice too, is to make sure your relationship with that daughter is very strong and she looks up to you and your advice. Because that is one thing JoJo does. She listens to us and really respects what we say and how we feel. And I think as long as she has the security of having our love, then she'll make it out okay. And that's what I would advise for you.
Yeah.
But a great question. Thank you for it. Crystal says, as parents, do you avoid arguing in front of your children? And what advice would you give to someone who's wrongfully being accused of cheating?
Ooh.
Great questions, Crystal.
Those are great questions. As far as the arguing, we really try not to. We've never got into a screaming match or a yelling match in front of our kids. And I feel like even if we have a disagreement, it makes our kids feel so uncomfortable because it's foreign to them.
But I think having little arguments is natural and real.
Disagreements, I would say.
Okay.
A disagreement.
Good call, because arguments can escalate. So,
yes, they can.
But disagreeing in front of your kids is okay, provided it's not regarding respectfully, and provided it's not regarding the kids. So,
and you don't want to ever, like, bash each other. You know what I mean? Be respectful. Don't say
Yes.
mean things because you're going to regret it later
Well,
anyway.
that's never okay. You should never
Yeah.
talk bad about your partner.
Some people do it and they just can't help it. They're like, oh, I shouldn't have said that.
That's a no-no.
Yeah.
So I think having disputes and I think it shows the kids that nothing is ever going to be always perfect, and that's just true in real life.
It's very true.
But when it comes to them, if your partner throws out a punishment that is too severe and you completely disagree with it, you should not be arguing about that in front of your kids, because they will see that as I don't want to say an opportunity, but they'll see that as a fraction in their support system. So you should be biting your tongue and letting the kid go on and then having that discussion. Look, I think this was too much, and then if there's an agreement, let the father or the other partner go in and fix the situation, or usually they say not even to reverse the position. But if it's too severe and it warrants it, I think it's an opportunity for a parent to go and have a talk one-on-one with that kid, saying, I was a little bit too harsh, but I'm serious about this, and this is now the new punishment, and this is what it's going to be.
Yeah.
But the argument, and if you feel that way, should not happen in front of the kid. So
take it behind closed doors and privacy and do it that way.
And
I
I'm-
think that's the best way to do it.
I'm not a fan of yelling at all, especially in front of kids. And I remember this, and I'll just say it. I've never shared this. I don't think I have. But when my parents argued, and we had a big house, so the voices would echo. And it's still, I don't want to say traumatizing to me, but as a sensitive kid, it's still... Well, I didn't say anything like Alexia or
I don't know.
Okay, but anyway, it still doesn't haunt me, but I think that lends itself to why I don't like arguing.
It definitely had a huge impact on your childhood. And
Yeah, I couldn't stand it. So just
Yeah.
remember, for my kids, they love you two the most in anything in the world. So
Yeah.
when they see you guys going at it, it tears them up. So please try to avoid the arguing in front of them.
And to get to the being wrongfully accused for cheating, I think honestly you have to reassure that person that I don't know if it's you or your partner that did it, but I think reassurance is the key in this.
How do you reassure?
Just show them that you love them and that I don't know. I feel like it's hard to accuse if you don't have proof.
Yeah.
But I think reassurance that's what I would want. I would want reassurance from the person that I love that, look, this didn't happen.
Okay. And what kind of reassurance would be reassuring to you?
Just kind of being there. And
Because sometimes they say if you talk too much, it's a sign of guilt.
you just have to reassure that person. I really think that's where it starts, because some people are like, I didn't do it. And then that's it. You can't do that. You
So
have to
sometimes-
reassure the person.
Okay. And they also say sometimes if you're being wrongfully accused, it means that the accuser is the one who's doing stuff.
Well, that's the situation in my past for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Can we go on that?
No, because we have another question.
Martha says, hola, TJ and Francis, with a super chat. So thank you, Martha.
Thank you, Martha.
Congratulations on Mother's Day. I hope to be on time, as these days I have a lot of work, but I still love them very much. A hug. Martha,
Aw,
thank you.
Martha.
And your Mother's Day, Martha, I know you are from Mexico. I believe, Franny, you said in May?
I think so.
I think it's in May. But either
think
way,
so.
Martha, whether you're a mother or not, we hope you enjoy your Mother's Day. And thank you for always supporting the family rules and what we are doing. Stephanie with the super chat
Stephanie.
says, I ended up watching all the episodes of Handmaid's Tale this week, surprising myself by finishing the new episode in the middle of the night. So TJ, did you go watch it with Francis? The Pull. Yes. Franny doesn't even know about The Pull. Do you? What's The Pull, Francis?
Stephanie.
What's The Pull, Francis? She
How
wrote
good was that? How good is Handmaid's Tale, Stephanie?
So Francis, first of all, Francis loves it so much. She's seen it once and she's re-watching it.
Just to refresh.
And I've been intending to watch it, and I'm on episode 2, I think. But she passed me. And
You know what? TJ and I used to try to watch things together. I have completely given up on him when it comes to watching stuff.
Franny, our background is very messy.
It's not.
I mean, my background is like super simple, and yours is like has
That's
stuff
because
everywhere.
everything's over there, honey.
By the way, you guys see her Mother's Day balloon above her head. Yeah. Okay. Franny, Stephanie said the poll. What's the poll? She does not know what the poll is. And for those of you who are not, I repeat, not in the Facebook group, you don't know what the poll is. So even myself, I needed some advice. So I asked the community on our Facebook group whether I knew Frances was in Handmaid's Tale world. She had her wine. She was watching an episode. I asked the community, should I go up there and watch it with her or disrupt her vibe by going to bed? Or should I stay down? I don't know, pick a day. Yesterday, today, the day before, 3 days ago. I asked the poll whether I should go up there and disrupt her. And
what did they say?
Or let you just be in your world. And here's the thing. The first response was let you be in your world. Let you enjoy the vibe.
I love my world.
But then Angela added a response or an option for the poll and said, I should go up there and join you, but bring a glass of wine and some little, little things. So come and spoil you, basically.
I love Angela. I love you for saying that.
So that is what I did, but she was asleep.
Was I?
Yeah, she fell asleep. So I just had to waste the wine. Okay, I didn't do that. But Angela, here's the thing. I went up there. I let her finish the episode. I would let her finish a bit more. I watched a bit of my sports highlights downstairs. And then I went upstairs and she was knocked out asleep. That's my Franny. First of all, I don't know how she does this because she falls asleep every time. And she just lets the TV and the episodes just continue on. So she finishes seasons while she's sleeping. I don't know how you go back to know where you fell asleep. So here's the poll, by the way.
Love it.
All right, let's move the banner of the comment. Let's see. Okay, Frances is so into the Handmaid's Tale right now. I don't want to go upstairs into our room and distract her. I don't want to ruin her connection with it. Am I overthinking it, or is the right move to give her space? It's bedtime, by the way. And yes, you see the two options I put out: give her space and I'm overthinking it. Give her space was the answer. So I was giving her space, and then Angela added, go watch with her, take snacks and a glass of wine, with almost 100 votes.
Wow.
But by the time I saw that, Franny was knocked out. So, but next time I know, I will go up there, bring you some snacks and watch some of it with you.
I would love that.
There you go.
But don't come asking tons of questions.
Who's this? Is she right? Is she wrong? Yeah, I need to just watch it. Okay, April, because it's not, the season's not done yet, right?
No.
How many more episodes?
It just started the last season, babe.
This
Not the last. I'm sorry. It's not the last. The
season.
most recent.
Okay, I got
because of COVID, it was postponed.
So let's watch the first season today.
All right. I'm already on 3, but go ahead.
All right, thank you. April, the wonderful April. I like your new picture,
Thank you,
April. April says, hi, TJ and Frances, and thank you for the super chat, April. Hi, TJ and Frances. Just want to say I love you both. And Frances, I hope you enjoyed your Mother's Day. Also, did or do you guys ever use timeout as a way of discipline? We've done everything for discipline.
First of all, thank you, and we love you too.
Yes.
I had a great Mother's Day, and I hope you did too. Do we use timeout? Yes. Yes, we do. I think as we get older, we really use it.
Really? I would have said it's less.
No.
Timeout?
Yeah.
When was the last time you used timeout?
Oh, Rio, maybe 2 days ago.
What happened?
Well, I threatened him with it. We didn't do it.
Yeah. What happened? I can't see Rio. I can't picture me going into my kids' room and them being there because of a timeout.
Well, he has this little chair. Oh, it's right behind you. It was Royal's chair. And when Royal was a baby, and we'll just have him. It's a little baseball chair.
There you go. From Miss Stephanie Schiller, the beautiful Stephanie Schiller.
Yep.
Okay, so what happens?
So, yeah, I mean, I'll have him sit there, but honestly, we don't do it often. If I just threaten Rio with it, he seems to listen.
Frances, what have you learned all these years with all the various ways of disciplining?
Oh, what have I learned?
Yeah.
I've learned that I used to spank the older 3 kids.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing.
Because that's the way you grew up.
Because,
and
I
me
grew
too.
up. It wasn't spanking. It was whoopings.
Okay.
Okay. That's what I got. And so I thought little swats or whatever wasn't that major. I learned that it hurts me more to spank them, I think. Like, I don't like to do it.
Okay. So spanking.
So I think just consistency. I really believe that if you do it between ages,
what?
Discipline as far as like telling them no at 8 months when they start touching things, those kind of little taps on the hand, stuff like that. Kids are smart. They know. But I feel like if you do that and you're consistent between, the age of 7 months to 5 years old, they're really formed. The structure's there.
Yeah.
But you have to be consistent.
Perfect example is with Rio. He loves a show called Steven's Universe. And he loves it so much. And we thought we hadn't really seen it, but we thought maybe it was a little too old for him. So we told him he's not allowed to watch it, and he stopped watching it
right away.
And without giving an issue, she's like, "Okay, mama, okay, dada." And then we let him watch it 1 episode while he's taking a bath. And then even last night we watched the movie with him, and I swear it was Christmas for him. He was the happiest kid because we were sitting on this couch with just us 3 watching his favorite thing to watch in a movie. And even though I actually don't think it was that bad, but even if it was a little bit too old for him, those memories is now how we decide how to parent. Mm-hmm. We chase memories. We don't necessarily go by strict rules. We want our kids to be happy and to know that home is home, and to be good kids and to do the right thing. So,
and be respectful. I think that that's going away in society too. Respect for elders and your parents.
Teach them that. And it's not
that's really important.
Not just your parents, but the class, their teachers, the older people that they may run into at the market.
Yeah.
Make sure they are respecting. But back to disciplining, we use timeout, but I don't really feel like I've been disciplining, to be honest.
That's because I do it. You don't have to. Yes.
I think I
do it, people.
Okay. So I think if it goes too far, though, is where I get involved. Right?
Do you?
I don't know. I have over the years gotten more soft. I'll say that.
You have.
I just want.
And I love that, though.
Do you?
I love that because I feel like, moms, it's weird. It's different. I don't know. I just don't I would never want you to spank the girls. I don't know. I mean, yeah. See, but I feel like when we grew up, it was like, I'm going to wait till your father gets home.
You don't say that now?
No.
But when I get on Rio, I mean, he's right here. He just came down. When I get on him, he seems to react more with fear than when you get on him.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I accidentally dropped some animal crackers.
It's okay, honey. I'll get some.
So yeah, we don't discipline as
you have to wait
at
till
least
after.
I don't think we do. I think we more chase the character of the kid and make sure they're good kids. Kalia with the super chat.
But they do seem to listen to you more. And you don't really even discipline them that much. He wants animal crackers.
He's dancing.
Okay.
He's dancing
Hi,
because he's getting some of these. Yep.
Okay, Rio, come over here, buddy. Here you go, baby.
All right. Kalia says, Francis, if you could be on lip sync battle, who would you battle and what song would you pick? Didn't we get asked this question? You could battle anyone. Love y'all both, and thank you for all the advice that y'all give. I think, Kalia, maybe you asked this last time and asked it to me, maybe?
I don't know.
Francis,
that's a good question.
Francis, it's you. If you could be on lip sync battle, have you seen lip sync battle?
I have.
You have?
I have.
I've never seen it.
You haven't? It's pretty funny.
Okay, so who would you battle?
Who would I battle? Probably Will Smith.
Will Smith?
I think so.
What would you what song would you pick?
Probably Salt and Pepper. Push It.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually could see that. That's cool, Franny.
Yeah.
Why Will Smith? Besides the fact that you think he's cute.
That's because he's funny and fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Rafaela, hi Rafaela, with the super chat. This is my late Mother's Day gift, Franny. I love you guys. God bless y'all.
Thank you so sweet, much.
Rafaela.
That is very sweet.
Very sweet.
We love you more, Rafaela.
Is that what flag is that, Rafaela? I want to say.
Ooh. Caribbean?
Is
What is
is it Trinidad and I don't want to say it wrong. But let us know, please, because I want to know these flags. So let us know where that is, Rafaela. And thank you for the super chat, and thank you for the sweet message. TJ Jackson, Germany. Hey,
Hi.
TJ and Francis. Hope you are doing well. What is your opinion about toxic parents? By the way, congratulations to Secret. By the way, congratulations for Secret. I've already told you my opinion about it. Love you both. Very sweet, TJ Jackson, Germany. We love you too.
Yes, we do.
And thank you for the sweet words about and your sentiment for Secret.
Toxic parents.
What do you think,
That's
Fran?
a hard one. That's a hard one because no matter what, you're going to love your parents. I still think you need to respect them. But I feel like if you're an adult of an adult age, you have to abide by your parents' rules. Period. Even if you're living there and you're 18, 25, you are in your parents' home.
So what if the parents aren't showing, or the kid isn't feeling any love or any, like, they don't think they're toxic parents? What position, and the kid wants to move? By the way, this is another reason why you guys should join the Facebook group, because this was a topic in there, and I actually had advice, and others had even better advice. And what I love about it is the position from other people who seem to have grown up in a similar way as the questionnaire did, was very supporting for that questionnaire. Does that make sense? For the person who asked, it was good for them to see that. Where for me, I couldn't necessarily relate to it because I didn't experience it.
I don't think I can relate to that. I think it's harder to answer if you can't relate. But if it were me, I would do everything in my power, save my money, and get my own place. Your parents are your parents. You know, you don't get to choose them. It's just how it is. I still feel like you still need to rise above the drama and try to stay respectful and positive. But sometimes you have to keep your distance. Sometimes you have to, because if that's messing with your positive energy, then it's time to give that space. And it's okay to take that space.
But you should always respect them.
I think so.
And you should always have love for them.
They're your parents. That's just how I was raised.
But I loved your advice. I think you have to just, if you have toxic parents, exactly what Franny says, save your money, figure a way to get out on your own. And I would just try to I don't want to say deal with it. That's the wrong way to say it. But I think I don't want this person, whoever it is, rushing to go out on their own when they're not ready.
Yeah, you need to be ready.
You have to be ready. And sometimes when we're young, we think we are more ready than we really are. So try to extend the time without making it blow up, if that makes sense. Don't try to rush it, but at the same time, your happiness is key. And start now saving your money and getting your plan together, but don't be such in a rush to implement that plan.
Yeah.
That's the right way.
And if you live with them, just try to, keep the distance, do everything you can to have your inner peace and your positivity, whether that's meditating, reading a book.
Good.
You got to make sure that you do that.
Yes, good call. And go on walks. That was one of my advices. I think I meant to say it. Go on walks. Get out. As long as the area is safe and you can go and see some nature. Nature's a huge healer. Whether it's the beach, whether it's a park, get out and just connect with nature, and it will help you therapeutically deal with whatever you're dealing with. Bye, Ro.
Love you, Ro.
You want to say hi to everyone? Come say hi. To the world. Okay, Royal just woke up and he's off to work, but he's gonna come say hi.
Just say a quick
People have been asking about you, Ro, so just show your face. Yep, he's off to his job at Pizza Hut. There he goes. Thank you, Ro.
I love you, Ro. Be safe, buddy.
And I was right. Rafaela is from Trinidad and Tobago.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't know how to pronounce it.
So thank you, Rafaela. Okay. By the way, this noise, if you're hearing it.
You used to do that with the kids. He used to take their toes and snap their toes.
I'm under the table snapping her hand. Okay. Misty Big Red. Hi, Misty.
That's
Says
a cool name.
it is. Much love for you guys. One day, TJ, you told me to ignore my haters and keep doing my YouTube channel. I appreciate it. And you really showed me your compassion and heart. Misty, 100%. No matter how big your channel is and whatever you do, you're going to have haters, especially if you're in the creating field.
Absolutely.
Can't figure it out.
They don't matter.
They don't matter, but
Nope.
I can kind of figure out why, but I don't spend much time trying to figure out why. You're going to have haters, whether you sing, dance, draw,
Just
paint,
being you.
just being you. Any form of
part of
creating and exposing yourself, people are going to love to hate on you. And here's the thing. It may feel like majority, but it's not majority. It's just when people hate, it seems to sting more and amplify in our minds more, but you got to ignore it. Keep doing you. Everyone you are watching, from us to any other channels, they have haters. Trust me.
I learned that from you actually a while ago. Yeah.
I mean, I
never really cared about it. For me, it's like when you speak about my family or speak about you, that's where I'm another person. You can say whatever you want about me.
See, and I'm kind of like, this, and then it even goes across, like maybe because my family's in the entertainment industry,
You've
I
dealt
got
with
used
it way
to
more than
I got used to people talking about my family and just having to deal with it and that hate. So now when people do it, it's like whatever.
When I was growing up, you talk about my family, those are fighting words. Especially my mama.
But Misty, you know what, since you mentioned your YouTube channel, there is another thing I should mention, and I will put a link because it has been beneficial. And this is, I don't think, maybe 10, 20, 30 of you guys will take this advice, or it'll mean something. But you got to look into TubeBuddy. And again, I'll put a link in the description. It's our referral link. So sign up to there, and there's all different types of plan. There's a free plan, and then there's plans you could spend a monthly amount. I think it's like $7 or $15. They even have deals if you have under a certain subscriber. The reason why I'm saying this is because that's one way to really help you grow your channel. It helps with comments. It helps with knowing how to do your tags and search rankings. So TubeBuddy is something I'd advise for you starting a YouTube channel and anyone else who's out there. And again, that link will be in the description box. So, but great question, and good luck, honey. Misty. Ashley.
Hi, Ashley.
With the super chat. Love your eyes, of course. I said this before. Hi, TJ and Francis. Did you think the family roles would be so popular with everyone when you first started vlogs and the Q&As? Happy late Mother's Day.
Thank you so much, Ashley. I think we just wanted to put positivity out there, and that was always our goal. So whoever it reaches, we're grateful for it. I just feel like we both feel like the world needs more positivity. That
was definitely our intentions. I mean, even now, if you look up family, like things that we're doing, there's not many out there, and those that are doing it, there's not many views and subscribers. So our intentions,
which is sad, because it's sad. Such an important topic and issue, and
our intentions was never to have, the crazy amount of subscribers and that. But it's funny because we've been consistent now since 2021, and it is growing at a nice rate. And the pandemic helped us do that, to slow our lives down and say, this is what we really want to do. Because we've been wanting to do this for years. We just never got to it. And now it's part of us. And we have the connection with you guys in the community, and it's enjoyable. So did we ever think it would be so popular? We never really thought it that way. We just wanted to put out positivity and to really just have something that shows our life with vlogs and something we can look back on. And you guys are enjoying it. So we are enjoying it, and we'll continue to do it. And again, there will be a third day. We are still fine-tuning what that will be, but there will be, because this channel has been nothing but joy for us, and it seems like it's been joyous for you guys. So, but thank you, Ashley, for the question and the super chat. Ramya says, is it really necessary to leave home at 18 in the US, as we live here with our parents together forever in India? Ramya, this is such a good question. We actually talk about this all the time. This is why I say this is such a good question. And I'm guilty of this, because I grew up thinking this way, that I had to be on my own. I had to be independent at 18. So we did that. We became independent beings. I mean, I was independent at 16. She was independent before me. At 15, as she was a mom. That still amazes me. You've been a mom your whole life, friend, pretty much. But Is it really necessary? I think we as Americans need to change that mentality. I don't think our kids, especially in today's world, are ready to be on their own at 18. I think that number needs to be 25, to be honest. And it's changed me a lot because I was one of those, especially with my boys, pushing them to be on their own at 18. And as you guys just saw, Royal's still living at home. He's 21.
We want them to be ready.
And you know, him at 21 mentally, there's things that he's smarter than me at than when I was at 21, but there's several things that I was more ahead of him on. And one of those was trying to be on my own and make my own thing. Yeah. He's not really
You were
thinking
kind of forced into it though, honey, because I wonder, like, had your life been different, would you have moved out so early?
Thank you, Mickey, for the super chat, by the way.
Thank you.
I think I would have. It was in my mind.
Well, your brothers kind of did, didn't they?
It's an American mindset. And here's the thing.
Go ahead.
I think in 2021, especially with real estate prices as high as they are and rent and everything as expensive as it is, we as parents need to talk to our teenagers and tell them, look, you can be home. You don't have to move out at 18, but we do expect you to follow our rules and what we want as parents and what we feel is best for you. And if they're not willing to do that or they don't want to follow, then they need to be on their own.
Yes.
But they need to respect that it's your house as parents. And as I'm sure you guys do in India, Ramya. So I think we need to stop pushing the idea of 18 as being a self-sufficient adult. Sure, legally you are an adult at 18, but that doesn't mean you could make it out on your own. And if you try and fail, that could be very damaging to the kid for quite some time because they'll feel like failures and they'll see there's some of their peers making it. So I think it's good at an early age, 15, 16, 17, 18, to talk to them and let them know you could stay longer. Don't feel rushed. Get your life together. Even if it's another 10 years, as long as you're listening to our rules and respecting us, keep going.
Yeah.
Louis says, I was on my own at 18 because of a toxic family, but I don't suggest it for anyone. So thank you for that, that comment, Louis.
But I feel like if it's toxic, it is best to be on your own. I really do, because your inner peace and happiness is so important. People underestimate how important that is.
So, and here's the thing. I never experienced this, so I have to be careful on how I explain this. But in my opinion, toxic family and toxic parents are an everyday thing of just negativity.
Yeah.
No one's perfect. So you're going to have moments where you're frustrated with your parents or angry with this person in your family. But those things come and go. That's just part of being humans and part of being under the same roof. It's different when it's an everyday thing and you see, or you're losing ambition in life, you're depressed. And it's because of this, not because of the pandemic, but because of your family member, that you should really try to maybe look into going on your own. But as Louis said, it's hard out there.
It is hard.
And you have to be ready. And here's another thing. If you have tried to go out on your own and you're on your own now and struggling, don't have too much pride to say, I need to come back or can I come back?
Because that is okay. Your parents want you happy. They want the best for you. Like I tell my grown children, because Lexi lived with us until she was about 24?
Mm-hmm.
And, just respect the rules. Like I tell Royal, you can do something as simple as taking out the trash without me telling you. Clean after yourself. If you're a young person and you still live at home, those are important things for your parents as well, to show that you appreciate them.
And Ashley says, I'm 27 and I'm still at home with my mom. And I love that.
Yeah.
I think other cultures do this better.
I think so too. I really do.
They need as much help as they can get to start. Like I said, I think other cultures do this better. I like the vibe of other cultures where kids stay at home longer.
Yeah, until they get married.
And it's just easier for them to start a life that way. Us Americans, sometimes we push our kids out too harshly and too fast.
Want them to just grow up. And they have their whole life to have a job and to be responsible.
Love that question though. So thank you for bringing that up.
Elise
says, Francis, if Dee Dee or JoJo wants to dye their hair, would you let them? If not, why not? Why not? Love you both so much. Hope you're having a lovely week.
Love you more,
Elise. I love this picture of you. It's very sweet.
It's very sweet.
The smile, sweet. So keep it. Okay, Francis.
Would I let them? Okay, so I'll tell you this. There's no chance I would have allowed Lexi to.
Up until what age?
I want to say probably 18, because where I'm from, we weren't allowed to do that. You respect your body, you respect what, your body is your temple, is what I was taught. And we weren't allowed to do any of that stuff until we were 18. I have changed on that because it's just hair. It really is. It's not that serious as long as, they're expressing themselves. And I'm so happy that I came to this because Dee Dee's.
What brought you there?
I don't know. It's like
time.
Yeah.
Okay. And what were you going to say about Dee Dee?
Dee Dee asked, like, she wants to get like pink under her hair or something like that. As long as she's doing well in school and being respectful, I am all for it. I really am. And you kind of helped me get to that.
Oh.
Yeah, because you're like, it's hair. It does grow back. If they want to express themselves in a respectful way, I always go back to that because I think that's very important. I'm okay with it.
I think parents in 2021 have to be okay with it because social media is here to stay.
There's one thing I wouldn't be okay with.
Go ahead.
I think when it comes to my girls, I would never allow them to dress provocatively.
Okay, so there's
ever. That's where I draw the line.
Okay, so in today's 2021 with social media and everything our kids are seeing on social media, you have to be able to bend a bit, and you can't be all nose because then it's going to probably backfire. So yes, if it's hair, nails, you kind of have to, I think as parents, we have to, it's a different world. And the old me would have been more stubborn about it. This is my rule. You're my kid. You're my child. You have no say in this. But then
we think different now.
We've
evolved as parents.
And the key is that as long as your kid is doing what they're supposed to do, you should be trying to give them some of that freedom. And here's what else I would say. And the reason why I'm for this is because kids need to express themselves.
Yes.
And back in the day, it was how we dressed, right? Like baggy clothes or crisscross with backward stuff. We expressed ourselves with what we wore. Today, that's not enough. Kids like to express themselves in other ways. And my personal opinion, I'd rather my kids dye their hair or paint their nails different colors to express themselves if it's going to prolong them doing things that are permanent, such as tattoos. Not against tattoos. I'm just for tattoos being had or done when you're at
25
an age
or after,
such as 25 or later, where their mind is completely, because like I said, I think a tattoo is something that's very, very, it's obviously permanent, but it's very, very strong. And you may not like the placement of the tattoo. You may not like the
I just
font.
feel like when you do it when you're young, you regret it like within 10 years.
You may not like the color. You may not like the spot. You may not like the artist. And all those things can really, if you wait until you're 25 or 26 and 27 to do it, then I'm 100% good with it. So, I think for now, the teenage version is the hair and maybe that's all they want to do. Like Royal says he has no tattoos because he dyes his hair and sometimes paints his nails to get that kind of fix out. That's how he expresses himself. Yeah. So it's not what I would have done. And the old school me may not have been okay with that, but
we're getting better.
We're getting better. And it's not, the key is I want my son happy. I want my kids happy.
And that's not going to hurt them. Dyeing their hair is not going to hurt them. Getting a piercing somewhere appropriate is not going to hurt them.
And we've been on for a while. We're almost at 15. But Franny, how do you advise a teen, and I'm not saying this is a Lisa situation, but maybe someone out there is watching. How do you advise this teen or kid to approach their parents to kind of be more lenient on these things?
I would just do what Dee Dee did. Dee Dee's very artistic though, so I have to respect that. I would just go and state your case. It is like a case, and maybe tell your parent, look, I just want to express myself. It's just hair. It's going to grow back. I can always dye it the other color, the natural color. I would just be open to it. Open to your parents. Don't do it behind their back.
And here's the thing. If they say no, be respectful of it because there may be a solid reasoning. They may have a wedding or something that's important where you're just going to be family pictures and they want the picture to be, whatever. There may be a solid reasoning and you as the child have to respect that. You could say, is there going to be a time where I can do that?
Yeah.
and maybe they'll say after next weekend we do this, and then you're both going to be happy. So don't just take a rejection as I told you, my parents are this or that. Maybe just be respectful about it, be calm, and just ask, when will I be able to? Is there going to be a time? Just always approach. Parents want their kids happy. They want their kids happy. You guys as kids just have to show respect and have an open, in a calm manner to get to have a conversation.
And if they don't want to allow you to do that, maybe you can say, well, can I get clip-ins? They go in and I can take them out. Maybe have a compromise.
I think it's just important. And here's another thing. If you're a teen, especially, parents are itching to have a conversation, a longer than 1 minute conversation with their teen. So just stick around and just have a respectful conversation. And I think it could end up the way you want it to. All right. Jamal, how are you, Jamal?
Hey, Jamal.
Missed you, man. Jamal wasn't at last one, but he was at the ones prior. So Jamal, it's good to see you. With the super chat says, hey, TJ and Francis, hope all is going well. I'm turning 20 years old on Saturday, and it's surreal to me.
Wow.
Any tips, advice on this next chapter of life? Jamal, first of all, congratulations, man. You are
happy early birthday.
Happy early birthday, and you are in a wonderful time in your life.
20 years old. That TJ was 20 when I met him.
I was, huh?
You were 20 years old. What would you say to Jamal?
My 20-year-old self?
Yeah.
Enjoy your life. Enjoy your time.
It goes, I feel like once you hit 25, it just starts to fly by.
Okay, here's my advice, Jamal. I got it. Look at the older people in your life who you really respect. Take them out to eat. Tell them you don't want a birthday gift. All you want is to go out to eat with them and just talk with them. And then you ask them this question. What advice would you give me as I go on the next chapter of my life? Not only are you going to get good responses, but you're going to have more respect for your elders, which is always a good thing. And you're just going to project yourself in a solid mentality for the next several years.
And you're going to learn some wisdom as well.
You're going to learn a lot. So that would be one advice. There's actually a book. I'll put that in the description box too. But there's a book called The Wisest Americans, the vice from a wisest, something of that nature. And it basically takes all like older people, 70, 80, 90, and ask them what advice they would give to younger people. Solid book. I read it. Great advice. And it teaches you basically not to, and this would be another advice. Don't dwell on things that don't go your way. If you didn't get into the school you wanted to, if the girl just dumped you, if you didn't land the job you wanted to land, don't stress on it. Learn from it. Figure out what you could do better. Go for it. It's part of your route, man.
Yeah, it's part of your journey.
It's part of your journey, and everything will work out the way it's supposed to, provided you don't dwell and let those setbacks hurt you. Mm-hmm. Continue to grow from it. So I'll put the book in the link. I'm proud of you. Please keep us posted. And like I said, have those dinners or lunches or even phone calls with those elders. And ask them that question.
And you're young, Jamal, so go for your dreams. Now's the time.
Any other advice, friend? Or any other advice you have for Jamal?
That's what I would say. Go for your dreams.
I love it, though.
You're going to fail, but get back up.
That's it. Donna.
Hi, Donna.
Super chat. Hi, TJ and Francis. Happy Mother's Day, Francis.
Thank you.
I will be 53 on Saturday, and my dad built my house, and I take care of my mom and dad. They live with me.
Oh, that's so sweet, Donna.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
It's beautiful. I think it's special. I think as a parent, to have you there and you helping them is a beautiful thing. So
as parents, we could only wish that, that is going to happen one day. I think it's beautiful. So
congratulations on that, Donna. And thank you for the super chat and enjoy these moments.
And that's amazing what you're doing for your parents, Donna.
Enjoy them.
Beautiful.
They're a blessing. So enjoy them both. All right. We'll do one more, friend.
Sure.
Let's see. Well, I could just do this right here. Kim says, Tamaya, I haven't heard. What's that? Does that mean?
That's someone's name, honey.
Oh,
Tamaya.
Okay. Yeah. Tamaya. I haven't heard anything about the MMM yet. So I'll just go with this. MMM is my project for those family rulers. It's a cool little name. But for you family rulers who don't follow my music, MMM is the upcoming project. Dream Girl, Secret are the first 2 singles from it. I still haven't revealed what MMM stands for, but it's coming in 2 weeks. We'll say around 2 weeks. By the end of this month, I will reveal not only the winners, because yes, I have my own Facebook group that I did a contest in, the TJ Jackson official Facebook group. And yes, there were 3 winners, so I have to tell who the winners are and what MMM stands for. My album isn't called Yes, We Love Food, but it's not about food. It is literally just the initials for the 3 M's. Anything else, Fran? We are at an hour.
I feel like we're getting longer and longer.
Okay. Well, I think we should wrap it up then, right?
Yeah. The kids have been, pretty quiet this time.
All right. We'll do this. We want to say thank you to everyone. There was another question, but we are going to wrap it up. We don't want to go too long, but we want to remind you guys to like the video. If you found any value, if you liked it, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Make sure you hit the bell, which does what, Francis?
Notifies you when we have something going on.
We got to get that answer where there's no but it's all good. Yes, everyone, remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. We want to thank you guys again for joining us. We will see you Saturday with something special. So we will look through the comments to see what we have, and it'll be a surprise, I guess. But you guys be safe. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Much love and peace out.
Bye, guys.